In this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 steps to scale a franchise. I've grown our auto repair franchise to 30 locations, doing over 42 million in revenue. Subscribe if you'd like to learn more about franchising. Step number 1 is there's a great book called Who Not How. And the idea is you got to build a team. You got to ask, who can help me, not how can I do it? Because you can only go so far alone. And most franchisees get stuck with like 1 or 2 locations because they can't delegate. So you really need to understand what are the low value tasks that you should not be doing, and what are the high value tasks that only you as the franchise owner should be doing. You need to do that. The second thing you gotta look at is to hire up. You gotta hire people who raise the bar. You gotta surround yourself with people who are smarter than you, not lower it, not try to hire the cheapest, lowest cost person. You wanna raise the bar. You wanna look for personality and core skills when hiring. That is more important than the experience. And finally, you gotta fire fast. You can send a duck to an eagle school, but when it comes back, it's still a duck. Number 2 is you gotta follow the process. Franchises have a proven process, so you gotta follow it. Don't try to reinvent the wheel and tell them that they are wrong on day 1. You need to commit to following the process. You need to set that expectation with your team, and then you gotta hold them accountable. Open dialogue if they're not performing. That is key. You have this entire corporate team around you, right? Part of a franchise, you get this corporate team, leverage them. They will support you. They will help train you. They may help with new employees. There's a lot that you can get if you ask. And that's the most important thing, is you ask for help when you need it. You build relationships with other franchisees in the network. You go to conferences, you participate in events, you go to the meetings, you integrate yourself into the community, and you will benefit. You get out what you put in. The third thing is you need to drive sales. Sales fixes all problems. There is no problem that another $1 million a year or so in sales doesn't solve. I can guarantee you that. So you really need to understand every step in your sales funnel, and you should track it religiously. You should know when a lead comes in, how do we convert it? What does the estimate look like? What's our sales conversion rate, right? What are we closing? Who's better than who? What are they doing? And you can work to do that. And manually tracking this stuff and actually like writing it down on a piece of paper is a lot better than tons and tons of automated reports. Be relentless with your expectations of your team. Don't let them make excuses, and you want to look inward to have an impact. The other thing you can do to drive sales is build relationships with referral partners. So somebody who can send you work, but look to add value first. You want to give before you ask for anything in return. And finally, you want to make relationships with the best in the industry. So find out who they are and learn from them. Step number 4 is to keep it simple. Entrepreneurs, we tend to overcomplicate things. So keep everything simple. 3 to 5 steps to do something, right? Not these giant plans. A compensation plan, a bonus plan, they should be able to explain on a napkin. You should have goal setting, 3 or less, huge goals, and you drive them every day. You know, if you have a flavor of the month, you're not going to pick up any traction. And everything else, just keep it simple. Your reports, your file structure, your tech stack, your marketing plans, whatever. Everything you do, the less moving parts, the better. And number 5, finally, is to replace yourself. You need an army to be able to scale your franchise. People who are better than you in specific roles. And you need to be able to accept an 80% solution and accept that progress is better than perfection. So many people get caught up on the perfect, and this guy doesn't do as good as me, and they want to jump in. Guess what? That doesn't help your team learn. This is the biggest problem, is they want to do everything themselves, but that doesn't leverage you. That doesn't help you. I replace myself. I accept 80% and I move on. And finally, when you look to replace yourself, you do it in steps. So you may start as a salesperson. Then you'll hire a new salesperson to replace yourself. Then you'll hire multiple salespeople. Then you'll become the regional manager, overseeing multiple sales guys. Then you'll hire a regional manager to replace yourself. Then you'll continue to build. Now you have multiple regional managers overseeing multiple territories, and you're the COO. And then you can hire a COO to replace yourself. And now you're in CEO role, overseeing everything. Eventually, you can replace yourself. And there you have it. These are the 5 steps to scale a franchise. You can continue to repeat these steps at every level, from 1 location to 5 to 10 to 30. The guys who have 100 or 1,000 franchises, it's the same exact thing. It's the same exact 5 steps. It just goes in loops. The problems change, but the solution is still the same. So if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about franchising, hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment, please. Anything I can do to help you, I'm here.